What's up, guys? I'm Mr. Terry. Welcome back. Today's video comes from your help. A few days ago, I checked out Brandon's video where he was recreating the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. And in that video, I'd asked you guys if Brandon had done one where they tried to do the JFK shot. And you guys sent me this recommendation. Now, the title of this one is Testing Joe Rogan's JFK Bullet Theory. Now, I did not know Joe Rogan had some kind of take on this, so I guess I'll be learning a couple things. All right, this stuff's great for me because sometimes I get questions about these type of things from my students in my classes. So appreciate guys like Brandon doing all this work. All right, if you didn't check out my video checking out the attempted Trump assassination recreation, be sure to check that out. Now, the original video for this is linked down below. Please support Brandon. Give it a view, like, subscribe to his channel if you haven't. We'll see what we can learn here and see what I can add. All right, a lot of you guys have been coming over from Brandon's kind of community and kind of the gun tuber community, I guess, in general. So you may not know about a lot what I do here. I don't just say, oh, cool, wow, whatever. I'm a history teacher and I like to add, historical content to videos and hopefully complete more of a picture for you guys. So let's see what we got here.
Oh, yeah. This video is going to get weird.
Where does he get the fake heads, by the way?
What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? I was scrolling through Instagram the other day and I came across a post from Mr. Joe Rogan.
Okay.
He was talking about the Biden administration's decision to keep the John F. Kennedy assassination documents still classified, even though they were supposed to be released, like, right now. The JFK assassination, of course, has probably spawned more conspiracy theories than any other event in U.S. history.
Now, by the way, what they're talking about releasing documents is there's usually like kind of a time limit on a lot of classified things that over a certain amount of time, I forget exactly how many years it is, but stuff basically gets declassified. Like all the UFO stuff from like the 50s got declassified. That was super interesting for a lot of people that are into that stuff to get into there. But of course, a lot of people are very skeptical because, are they really declassifying everything? So if you're deep into conspiracy and then you hear about the president not releasing that info, probably just going to add a little bit more to that, right?
But Joe Rogan posted this, which is apparently the bullet that killed Kennedy, which Joe Rogan has some doubts on. He expressed it in a way that only Joe could, which is, this fucking bullet never hit a goddamn thing.
I was gonna say, first off, does Joe know anything about ballistics? Does he know anything about that? He, from what I've seen with Joe, is he very much is very open-minded. He does seem like that, but he does believe usually the first, it seems like he believes the first thing that he's presented with until somebody brings something else. You know those kind of people who kind of just, believe the last thing they heard. Anyway.
Fact. Now, I saw this post and my first thought was,
hashtag
it doesn't look like that fucking bullet hit a goddamn thing. Huh. And with today being the 58th anniversary of the JFK assassination, I figured
looks like
I'm curious to see the answer. Maybe we could figure out this whole magic bullet thing together. So immediately, I bought a Model 38 6.5 Carcano rifle, which is exactly what Lee Harvey Oswald used in the assassination, allegedly. And I hit up my guys over at Ballistic Dummy Labs. So now we have, well, now we're going to get weird with it.
Okay, wait. There's people who do make this for like people that want to recreate shots to the head and stuff like that. It seems like there's other ways to do that. It looks creepy. Looks like Dexter from the Showtime series there.
We're going to try to see exactly what a 6.5 Carcano fired out of a Model 38 Carcano looks like after it goes through the closest thing we can legally get to a human head.
All right, real quick, let me clarify a couple of things. I know what you're thinking. The magic bullet in Joe Rogan's post isn't the one that hit the skull. But the actual bullet from the photo is pretty much an impossible shot to replicate because I think it went in through Kennedy's back, out through the neck, collarbone area, and into Connolly in two separate places. And that shot, even if we had all the stuff from Ballistic Dummy Labs to replicate that shot, to get the bullet to go to a perfect trajectory to hit everything the way it would have, it damn near impossible.
And that's, of course, adds to the conspiracy and stuff. But think about how many people that have attempted assassinations don't do well. We ignore certain pieces of evidence, and then when certain other pieces of evidence come along, we will dismiss it or believe it right away. So, is it possible you just had a really, really good shot? Yeah. Now, Oswald had a military background, so he did have training, and sometimes, shots are just really good. But then look at, say, you can get unlucky. The attempted Trump assassination. Trump turns his head very quickly, and you saw in the video that was still a very, very tough shot for a AR that didn't have any type of scoping on it. It was just a red dot sight, right? So this though was going to be a lot harder. especially with how it actually went down, and like you say, bullet trajectory and things like that.
But the data we can get is what the bullet that went through the back of Kennedy's skull looked like before it hit whatever solid object it hit that caused the bullet to fragment into multiple pieces. Then we can take that and compare it to the bullet that supposedly was completely undamaged after having gone through 2 people.
Now, for those of you who don't know, while bullets usually have a metal jacket that's a little tougher, they have a soft lead core. And so anything that hits a hard target usually deforms in some way, shape, or form. I agree with Joe's assessment. That bullet doesn't look like it hit a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
So what is the softest thing you can shoot and still capture the bullet? I figure the answer is water. So we're gonna try shooting it in water, see if we can capture the round and compare it. So today on Demonetized Mythbusters, let's see if we can disprove the magic bullet. So this is the water we have set up. We have
be sure if you're into the this content, support these guys. This stuff doesn't do well with monetization. Even me covering these things has similar things. So be sure to support your content creators in other ways.
Water cooler jugs of water set up so that the round can pierce one, go through the other. I don't know how many it's going to take to stop, and I figure they're going to start diverting off once it goes through a couple, which is why I've got these over here on either side. That way we have a maximum chance of catching the bullet. What should it be? Because
you guys
bullets
know,
do weird things when they start.
Should it go through?
They could veer left, right, whatever. So we put 2 kind of staggered in the rear, so just in case it diverts left or right, we could still hopefully be able to catch them. Hence the kind of phallic looking arrangement of the water jugs. So yeah, I just thought about it. I just made a dick out of jugs. We're very mature here. So this is going to be our bullet in question. This right here is the 6.5 Carcano. Pretty hefty little rifle round. The ammo that we're using today is Full Metal Jacket PPU, for whatever that's worth. But
nope, now it's dirty. Good new one.
I need to go home. But to show you the actual power of 6.5 Carcano, I'm going to load this thing up, and we're going to do what we do best. Show you with White Claw penetration testing. Going all out with the full-size White Claw today, because I love you guys. Testing our prop gun in 3, 2, 1. I think it works.
I would say so.
Now this is meant to demonstrate the amount of force that we're going to be putting into that ballistic dummy lab's head, trying to replicate an actual event in American history. And if you think that this is kind of a bridge too far, and it's going a little out there, kind of tasteless kind of content, you're probably right.
No, it's history. No, it's not. It's very important. We gotta get over that stuff. We have to investigate things. All right, this is important in history. We will always want to get the most accurate thing ever, not to necessarily just scratch that conspiracy itch that a lot of people are predisposed to. But I mean, this is science. This is science. This is history. It's all meeting up together. By the way, if you want a crazy in detailed breakdown of kind of the lead up until the shot, so like about Oswald and a little bit about his background, and then the day of the shooting and all that. Lemino, you guys know Lemino? He did one of those crazy deep dive videos. I did do some commentary on it. It was over a few parts. You can check that out. I'll probably link that here. We'll see here at the end. If not, just look for that.
At the end of the day. But if you're as curious as I am to see what happens, then I like you. You might want to stick around and subscribe. Let's go catch the bullet. Yeah, let's see if we can't catch our 6.5 Carcano round. Alrighty, 3, 2, 1.
Eventually it'll just stop.
Now I really just have to take a leak.
Such a waste of water. Okay, it never made it to the fourth one, did it?
Let's talk about a fucking magic bullet. So it went through 1, 2, 3, and ended in the 4th.
Okay, it didn't come out.
As you can see clear as day, it is in the bottom of this water jug, and we'll pull it out so we can actually take a look at it. But this isn't leaking. What the fuck? So on further inspection, I think what happened is it was it keyholed and went in sideways here. That is so bizarre. It's just
By the way, what slows it down more? I'm assuming the water slows it down more than like the layers of plastic, right?
it just kind of
Dumb
resealed. I guess
question.
it was just so little energy by the time I got to the fourth one, which means we have enough water jugs for this. I'm excited. We're gonna do some real science. There you go. That is our perfectly preserved 6.5 Carcano, and already it looks more fucked up than the one in the photo.
Yeah.
It's interesting, not by much, but you can clearly see
Oh yeah,
the divots and such.
for sure.
That's super neat. And I know you're gonna say this isn't just water, it's got all the plastic and
Joe
whatnot
was
in
right.
it, but come on, that is about as close as you can get to just shooting water. So up next, let's try to replicate the real shot. But first off, something I didn't
distance
know,
went the
just doing a little adulting here, is that water is fucking expensive. And because there's no way in shit this video is getting monetized, we just want to give a quick thank you to our sponsor, Groove Life, for allowing us to do this sort of backyard science.
Groove Life is a new sponsor of the channel, and they make all sorts of stuff from these magnetic belts to these silicone
Let
rings,
this
meant for
run
kind of more
since
outdoorsman
getting this video
stuff.
up,
And
I
my
got
God, does that look
demonetized.
terrible now that I look at it? I still have all the fake blood on my hand. I don't know, if you're more of an outdoorsy guy,
Wait,
or
fake
you
blood
work
from
around
what?
heavy equipment like a mill or a lathe or something, and you don't want a metal ring getting snagged and lose your hand, I definitely recommend checking out Groove Life. I'm going to go ahead and leave the links down in the description in the pinned comment. We appreciate their support of the channel.
Now we're gonna try to replicate this shot to the best of our ability, and thankfully, because this was a bit of a high-profile case, there is a very extensive autopsy with a lot of helpful imagery and things as far as exactly where he was hit. So we're gonna
Now, just remember, okay, if you hadn't seen this, that bullet that Joe had shown in his tweet was not the one pulled out of the skull, they said, right? So this is more just like testing the shot.
gonna try to replicate that. It's not gonna be 100%, but we're gonna get it as close as we can. And that's kind of what we're all about in this bit. This is obviously not a perfect stand-in, but it is, like I said, the closest thing you can legally get without raiding a morgue. Okay, so the way that
We're getting
we have
on
this
FBI
centered,
watch list.
I've got the head offset a little to the left. The reason I'm doing that, get off there, fly, it's not for you. The reason I'm doing that is so if we shoot a little on the right, try to, again, just get it as close as we can within reason, and try to go for the upper right quadrant there. It's going to keep going straight into the center of the water bottles. Now, there's still a chance it's going to divert right, so we have our extra spare. We have our 4 water bottles here to try to catch the bullet exactly like we did last time. We also have the one that caught the last bullet that's still mostly full. So in case it does divert super hard right, we have an extra chance of trying to preserve and catch the bullet. So
Okay.
I have 0 predictions. I just hope this works. Now I know some people are going to be saying, oh, the actual shot was from like 50 to 100 yards
Yeah.
away.
Well, and it was up.
This is way too close. Well, the original shot was also taken with a Carcano that had a slightly longer barrel, so I think it all works out. Plus, I want to make sure that we get it as close as possible. So
It was in the Texas book, famously the Texas textbook book depository building. So he was multiple stories high. Again, check out the Lemon video if you want to see that stuff. So it was high and of course far away. So we'll see how close he gets to replicating like angles and stuff. But it looks like for this one, he's just mostly just going distance, I guess.
this is, like I said, about as close as we can get. So let's just see what happens. We have our full metal jacket, 6.5 Carcano. All right, let's see what we can do. Giving Lyndon B. Johnson a job in 3, 2, 1.
He was the vice president. Are they really filling up with blood and stuff? Oh my
This
god.
feels really icky.
Yeah, no kidding. Like that's so it's like to shoot targets and stuff, but you're shooting a skull that explodes with blood. You gotta be like, ugh. I don't know. Okay, so gets 1, 2, gets into the 3rd, stops in the 3rd.
So let's check out our aftermath.
Pretty
Got
cool.
our entrance there, our exit out the front. I am pretty sure
Oh my
that's
gosh.
a condom.
What the?
That's not historically accurate. It actually cracked. The skull fragmented pretty
Blood
close
bag.
to what the diagram said. So that's interesting.
That's why JFK died. He had a condom in
sorry,
his
Johnny.
brain.
So it absolutely butt-fucked this water jug. This has completely ripped the fuck apart. So we have entrance here, exit here. out the rear. And then the weirdest fucking thing happened. I don't know if it diverted too hard or what, but if you look here, there's like an entrance on the second jug. It may have bounced, I don't know, because you can see, I think it already keyhole.
We need that super slow-mo camera.
By the way, is when the bullet
did
goes
with the
sideways during flight.
Trump
so it hits,
video.
And it can look like a keyhole, never mind. But if you look here, it looks like the bullet impact. I have blood all over my hands.
Oh, that was from the
looked
ad
like
then.
it hit sideways. I don't know if it bounced and just it's chilling here on the fucking. I don't know. So we don't have a bullet to compare.
Magic bullet. They do exist. Magic is confirmed.
That just won't do. Yeah, don't worry about him. You're gonna do great.
Got more?
So thankfully last time, not all of our jugs got destroyed. So what we did this time is we set it up. We got a full jug, full-ish, half full jug. And then back here, over on the right side.
They haven't been diverting though.
If I had to guess again,
that's the thing.
It diverted right. So we've
Not
got,
much,
this one moved up a little further. So just in case this goes through here, hits at a weird angle and it diverts outward, it should get caught by this. And we got just a couple, we got an empty back here. Just to kind of visualize the flight of the bullet, if nothing else, if it does go through. But we're gonna try again to catch this thing. Fingers crossed. All right, take two, please catch this bullet. 3, 2, 1.
It's so gross.
Now I'm soaked.
Same thing. Head.
Oh, dear God.
Jug into the stops in the second jug.
That just feels so wrong.
You know.
Unfortunately, we do not have
Assassinated someone.
the bullet captured. And we're kind of running thin in the water bottle department. So we can't give up. To HEB.
One long trip to HEB.
Got
What's
more
that?
water. So we've got full water bottle. Got this one off to the right side now, so hopefully I'm gonna be able to use this to capture even if it does veer right. We've got this, we've got another full water bottle behind it. We've got something that we consolidated a couple. This one's full now behind. We got a third, just in case something weird fucking happens. Got one off on the left, it's mostly full. And then we've got these back here as a Hail Mary, I don't know. Emotional support. I really don't know any other places this bullet can go. So I think we're gonna use the first head because I think the skull is most intact on that one.
At this point, I'm not really sure what he's trying to like accomplish with this. Is it just wants to capture the bullet, I guess, at this point and see if it looks like the one that Rogan posted? Is that, am I still following right here?
We're gonna try it again, and I don't know, let's give it another shot. Who would have thought I would need 3 heads today? See, unless I hit in the exact same spot, we're gonna be going through still skull fragments, and probably more so on the way out as well. So we will give it a shot. All right, just showing you again, we've got our full metal jacket, 6.5 Carcano. If this doesn't work, I'm going to cry. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, somewhere.
I gotta pee again. That was about as dead on as you could get. As you could see, that second one already. That was dead nuts on. The first jug completely destroyed. Second jug again, perfect hit. And it exited
First
with
one
some
worked
force. Because it just ripped this white ass open. I don't know specifically where it came out. I think probably right around here. That one's dead. This jug, pissing.
Get in there?
Okay. Yeah, so this jug's pissing. And I think
I can hear it.
we've got a bullet.
Yeah, I can hear it. Feel bad if that's good
Come on.
water.
There we go. Son of a gun.
Okay.
We've got our 6.5 Carcano. Interestingly enough, this one's not even as fucked up as the first one.
Okay.
The one that only hit the water. So if you look at the base here, you know, the base is clearly squeezed. This thing was tumbling a little
somehow,
bit.
you know?
And you can see it hooks off to the left a little bit now. Giggity. It did deform a little bit, but all in all, this bullet's actually in better shape. It just goes to show bullets do weird shit sometimes, and ballistics is not exactly an exact science when you're talking about
consistent
real world stuff. I don't think anybody can argue we didn't skull fuck our target here. In my attempt to pick it up, I broke it again. It's just falling apart now. This is absolutely disgusting. So we had a new entrance wound.
What they did with JFK there. All right, so okay, so again, yeah, it seems like he's trying to capture the bullet, kind of analyzing the bullet there. Now, again, we're dealing with a very, very short distance here. I don't know what effect that's going to have on the bullet itself. So I don't know. Let me know, guys.
New entrance hole, entered fresh skull, and then we had another exit on the other side, went through more bits of skull, and then into our water to try to catch it as least damaging to the projectile as we could, and it looks like we succeeded. So looking side by side, this one was the first one, as you can see, especially right there in the middle. It is actually more fucked up than this one, which, if you look, actually still kind of rolls. Yeah. It is deformed and it is twisted a little bit, but not nearly as much as I was expecting, especially since this one was the one that was caught by only the water.
I don't know what his conclusion is going to be about
guys, I had a lot of fun with this video. I'm not going to lie. This one this was really cool and honestly kind of surprising.
So, by the way, if you didn't know more about the conspiracies about there's also the second shooter on the grassy knoll, which is at a different part of the street there in Texas. So some people again thought just the way that bullet ended up, you know, going through him, and then again it hits another passenger there, that it was impossible or whatever. So that's a little bit if you didn't know about the conspiracy there. Now, another reason again why it's so conspiratorial, if you did not know, is that Oswald was also killed. So when he was being moved from where he was locked up and moved to another location, he was shot by someone, this guy named Jack Ruby, a Dallas nightclub owner, who had shot him. And he said, you know, I think his defense or whatever, he's like, I didn't want Jackie to have to like go through with giving a testimony, and maybe he walks free or something. You know what I mean? I like vigilante justice almost. And the other thing about that is Jack Ruby also died in prison not that long ago from a health issue, which again just keeps circling the drain of the conspiracy there. So
what do you think? The bullet in the photo, do you think it did what they the official story claims that it did?
Bring it back up again.
And what does this test do to impact your thoughts on what happened? I know a lot of people have a lot of different theories. I'm curious to hear yours. It's definitely a controversial part of American history, not surprising, and there's a lot of theories. So what do you think happened, and does this prove or disprove any of those theories? Let me know down in the comments. More importantly, if you like videos like this and you want to see more of them, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Join the hashtag AKG Notification Squad. Comment in the first hour. You can win some cool merch. YouTube, this was done for educational purposes. Please do not deplatform me. We're just trying to do some backyard science. And for the rest of you sexy YouTube mother lovers, I will see you in the next video.
All right, this is where I need you guys, okay, you gun guys out there, to let me know. So if this had been a little bit more, you know, realistic, this wasn't realistic at all to the actual like assassination, you know, if it had been the height and the distance that it was, what effect would it have had on the bullet and the outcome of the bullet? But didn't he say at the beginning that that was not the bullet found in the skull? I'm a little bit confused a little bit, so I need you guys to help me out a little bit. But yeah, I want to know from you guys that know a little more. I wish I could add more, but I'm not a ballistics expert with that. Hopefully I was able to add to a little bit more about the conspiracy, the history behind why it's extra, you know, conspiratorial. So anyways, want to hear from you guys. Be sure to comment down below. And with that, we'll see y'all next time.